All right, all right, all right. It's another wonderful day. Welcome to Genuine Love Revolution of the Global Clusters. If you are on this live, then it simply means that you are alive. So you need to thank God for life, all right, for the breath of life. I would like to quickly appreciate the first set of people I would like to appreciate is the global president and the global first lady, um, Ambassador Aziz Adekunle Badmos and Chief Motunrayo Badmos. Thank you very much, sir and ma. Thank you for all you do for humanity. And the second set of people I would like to appreciate is the 001 leader of Genuine Love Revolution, Boss Lady Amokwe. Thank you, ma'am, for all you do. And the 002 leader of Genuine Love Revolution, our very own relationship coach, Cluster and Cyprian Nwako. Thank you, sir, for all you do. And I want to appreciate everyone that will be watching this live, or you have joined, or you'll be joining much later. All right, you're welcome. If you're a Clusterian, if you're not a Clusterian yet, we thank you. Thank you for the support. And I am Fares. I'll be your anchor for today. Let's quickly dive into our promo video. So as soon as we return, and our spokesperson, our leader, 002 leader, will be taking the stage. All right, let's go.
Love is the most powerful force for change. Welcome to the Genuine Love Revolution. This movement is about embracing love, not just as a feeling, but as a transformative way of life. It begins with loving yourself, extends to those around you, and radiates outward to the entire world. Through kindness, empathy, and compassion, we can build relationships that truly matter. This revolution calls us to lead with our hearts, to see the humanity in others, and to create a ripple effect of care and connection. Imagine a world where every act of kindness inspires another, where empathy becomes our daily practice, where compassion binds us together. This is the power of genuine love, and it starts with you. Each small act, every warm embrace, each helping hand, these are the building blocks of a more caring and empathetic society. Join us at Global Clusters as we ignite this revolution of genuine love, inspiring a more caring and empathetic society. Love is the answer, and the Genuine Love Revolution is calling you to action. Visit theglobalclusters.org and be part of this transformative journey. Stay tuned for updates on the revolution, and don't miss a single meeting. They're vital to building the world we all deserve. Let's lead with love, starting today.
Yes, it's very, very important to show love. It's very, very important to be a lover of people, like love people genuinely. Don't just love them by just, saying it without giving, without, any proof. So, without wasting time, permit me to bring forward our noble relationship coach in the person of Clusterian Cyprian Nwako. Is a round of applause for him. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, sir. Over to you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Kose and Fares, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes,
Because
loud and clear.
yes, I'm on the road, and I know
Okay.
if I get home, I'm going to miss out. That's why I stopped by, and it's very noisy. I had to wind all my glasses to be
Wow.
able to see if the noise can
Ah,
reduce. So
oh, it
I
is well,
will
sir.
stay around today because I will not be too long. I just want to um, share what I have, and I will go so that I will meet up with other things I have for the day. So,
Oh, all
on
right,
that
all right.
note, I want to first of all appreciate the global president, Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus, our visionary leader. I want to appreciate the global first lady, Mrs. Mutunrayo Badmus. I want to appreciate the 001 Janine Love, boss lady. Amope, and then Christian Perez, Tennyson, every other person here, and every other person that will be watching this video or learning from us afterwards, whether on YouTube, whether on Facebook, whether on Sparks Hub or Global Clusters, any other TikTok, everywhere we are airing. So I appreciate you all, and I advise you listen to us and also make your own contribution. Even if this video, this live session is over, you can still go ahead to drop your own contribution. Yes, so that whenever new people come across it, they will see that you made your own input. Your own input might actually be the changing thing or the thing that will bring about the turnaround. It might not be the one I've said, it might not be what others might have contributed, your own. So that's why it's important. You make your own input whenever you see this video. Okay, the topic we have today is this. Very short, anyways. Genuine love, the best legacy. Genuine love, the best legacy. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be very brief and very fast too. So I would advise us to, try to stay out of distraction so that you can get everything. Yeah. So, genuine love as the best legacy one can ever have. The first point or evidence to prove that genuine love is the best legacy is that good name outlives everything. Good name outlives everything. You understand? And then love outlives even good name. Good name outlives everything. Then love outlives everything. Okay? Yeah. Having money is what this society see as everything. Yes. People, when you have money, people are gonna cluster around you, people are going to praise you, sing your praises, follow you around. You're gonna have a lot of fans, you're gonna have a lot of friends and all that. But at the end of the day, that same money might not be what will immortalize your name. It might not be what will immortalize your name. What will immortalize your name, regardless of all you've had? You've been the president for years, you've been the senate president for years, you've been the governor, you've been this, you've been that. At the end of the day, none of those titles, none of those positions can stand you out if there is no genuine impact emanating from genuine love. I hope that's clear. So that's it. Most times, what people remember when you are no more, when you're gone, is the impact you made in their lives. As I am now, my primary primary one teacher, I'm a primary one teacher. When I was in primary one, I was very small. In fact, we didn't have money to my parents didn't have money to send me to school. So I had to stay after my nursery. We didn't even have formal nursery. We had what they call ntakara. Ntakara is like where a woman, let's say a woman that doesn't have a work, she will just bring slate and bring chalk, bring all the kids, all the kids from working class parents around, and they will be in her house. What will she be doing? She'll be writing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Some of the things people do in nursery, that's what they will be teaching us over and over and over again. Then, when you must have passed that same ntakara, like two, three times, you will be given the certificate or just a written note that you are due to enter nursery. That's for the parents that can afford it. Then those that cannot afford it, they might wait until they can afford paying for you to go into primary school. And I guess the case my parents fell under was the second case. Yeah, they couldn't afford the nursery, so they said I should be going to that um, particular Ntakara. I was going. I think I did it extra 3 years, but I was still small. Yeah. So one day they told me not to be coming again because every single thing they ask in that Ntakara, I'll answer it. Everything. In fact, if I take first position, my position, the second position will not even be close to me. You understand that kind of? I would dodge the whole class that the custodian of that Ntakara started saying that, oh, I'm not going to. This guy is not going to continue with us. He seems to have gone past this stage. So that was my case. So when that happened, still my mom and my dad didn't have the money to send me to school. So I was playing in the compound until one day they decided to. So they took me to primary one straight, believing that if I was able to perform so well in that Ntakara, that there's no need for me to go to nursery, and that's how I started primary one. But that's not the major point. That's not the reason why I'm telling this story. Reason is this: in that primary one, I met a teacher. The teacher, despite the fact that I faced a lot of bullying because of the fact that I was really, really small. So you can imagine there are some people in the class that want to show they are bigger than you, they will beat you, they are going to do certain things that you wouldn't like and something. But this teacher was focused on bringing unity, even as little as you were at that stage. She was, no matter what happened, if they beat me or thereabout, she will come to, do what a mother would do to her own son. And lo and behold, at the end of the first term, because he ran on termly, so after the end of the first term, I came first. At this end of the second term, I came first. Then at the end of the third term, I came first again. The teacher didn't know what to write, or should I say, she was a premeditated remark that she wrote for me on my report card. She said, "He is small but mighty. He is small but mighty." And that was a differentiating factor because that's my result singled me out. And I believe the impact of the teacher in my life made a lot of difference because he made me to remember that even till today. And it was her support basically that made me scale through and even come out best, despite the fact that I didn't start with them in that my primary one. So till today, each time the small but mighty comes up, whether I heard it from someone else or whether I see it already from book, it reminds me of my teacher in primary one, who I am very sure of. I'm very sure she's not alive again because she was even old as of that time. She was old as of that time. You can imagine how many years has passed. So the impact she made in my life, the genuine love she showed me, and I can't even remember her name, has outlived her name. I'm very sure that anytime I go to O, that's in Dunkofe local government, O is a town in Anambra State, I can easily ask around to find where she lives. I can't remember her name, but the impact she made in my life through the genuine love she showed to me can never be forgotten. And it doesn't end there. I have my own kid now, and I have people I mentor. Tomorrow, when I'm teaching them, this story comes up again, and they will get to know about a woman who showed genuine love. So that is the major message we want to pass today. Good names are powerful. Good names can last. But genuine love outlives good name because the impact you made in the life of people, even if they don't remember your name, they are going to remember your impact. That's number one. Remember, our topic is genuine love, the best legacy one can have. So let's look at the second point, or second reason why I said so. Okay, love builds invisible inheritance. Love builds invisible inheritance. What's invisible inheritance? Let's take, for example, in the office where you work, all you do is You sweep the whole place. You try to keep it clean and all. Now, whether you are paid for the job, okay, let me say you are not paid for the job. It's a volunteer job, because if you are paid, nobody, nothing, it's not going to be any different. Nobody will see it as anything special. After all, you are getting paid at the end of the day. You are getting what you deserve. Let's say you are not being paid to sweep. You are an academic staff in the university. Of course, before you come to work, a non-academic staff must have cleaned your office or something. Then, instead of you to do your normal thing as the lecturer or as someone having a post in the school, you come in and you sweep, you clean. And for you to do that, definitely you're going to come earlier, right? You do it. You are going to see that although you may not be remembered, but most times you'll be remembered, even within days. Even if it's not within months, within months or even year, you'll be remembered. Definitely, you get 1 or 2 awards, because there are people that are watching you. I will say, oh, this woman is doing this. Let's give this person this accolade because he's doing this kind of thing. But even if nobody recognized that action, even if nobody, gave you any kind of gift, gave you any kind of support while you're performing those actions, you are still building what they call invisible inheritance, because the message you're passing across and the impact you're making in the life of people seeing you, because as you're doing that, not everybody may wish to do that in the same institution, but when they leave, some people out of all the people that have seen you do that can decide to do it the next place they see the success. And you can imagine when 5 different people saw you and they love what you did and they felt it's right for them to do it, and then they go out to 5 different places to do the same thing. You've seen how your singular action has impacted multiple lives in different places, even where you are not, like where you don't aim to, not even aim, where you don't even think of getting to, or even where you can never get to. You see, genuine love, the best legacy one can leave. The last one I'm going to say is this. Now, another thing that genuine love looks like is like writing a book. Another thing, another example of how genuine love can actually, you know, be the best legacy you can ever have is like writing a book. When you have finished writing a book, and the book, maybe you're fortunate that the book, people bought the book, people liked the book, it was able to spread to an extent. You'll be very shocked that that same book might go through different continents while you are still in one continent. Let me come out very clear. Let me use another instance. Let's say you are in Nigeria and you wrote a book and someone bought that book here, or maybe someone bought it very much younger, when he was very much younger, and then if you had the opportunity to travel to the UK or travel to Canada or travel to the US, and then goes with your book because of the impact, because of the let me say the resultant genuine love used in writing that book, because of the value you infused into the book, because of your genuine love. You're going to see that the same book that you just wrote and you went about your other businesses has gone to different continents. That is how genuine love can spread. That is how genuine love. And this is just an analogy. You know what I'm saying. There's some book you have today that you bought when you were in secondary school. I'm so sure that you may not even know how you bought it. You may not even care to know about about the name of the person that wrote the book. But the book, because of how impactful it was, you are going around the world with the same book. Even the owner of the book might have died. Good example is Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, and so many other books that have gone across different continents. That is how genuine love is. So this is a call to all of us today. Everywhere we are, we should try to show love. It might be very discouraging, might be very tasking. Nothing good comes easy. But regardless, let's try. Let's try to live this genuine love. It could be sweeping the office, like I've given as an example. It could be seeing the next person or making it a point of duty. Making it a point of duty that um, anybody you see on the road, maybe carrying a heavy stuff, and you're driving, you give the person a lift, especially when you have done your due diligence, or maybe try to find out if the person is genuine or not. It could be your own sacrifice. It could be your own act of service. It could also be going to hospital to to reach out to people that are abandoned and those people that cannot take care of themselves. Yes, I did that. Although I did that under a society in church, I was a legionary when I was teenager, and I was even a legionary, active legionary into my adulthood. Yes, I became, I stopped, let me say, to an extent when I finished my youth service because of engagement and every other thing. But before then, I was a legionary. I go to different hospital. If you're Catholic, you understand what legionary means. Legionary is just it's a society in church. They tend to pray. Apart from praying, they do some corporal works of mercy. They go around, they look for people that are down in the society, both those who are sick, wash their clothes, those people are in hospital, pray for them, give them word of encouragement, tell them that they're gonna be fine, and then be their company. Because if you go to the hospital, you're gonna find out that so many people don't have company. Their own patient relative have left them. Yes, there are kind of sickness that you will have today. You'll be so sure that people will leave you. Yes, yes, because if you go, they are the ones spending. They're going to spend to an extent that they cannot even spend again. The money they have, the money, whatever they have, is already gone. So the only way they can, manage to take you out of their mind is to stop coming to the hospital. That's the case of some people. I will tell you from experience because I saw so many of them. In fact, at a point, some of them took it as in they were expectant of my coming every week. That's my 1 hour with them was their lifeline. Yes, they could do everything. They would be telling the nurse that if you are going to inject me this hour, this is and this, and someone is coming to speak to us or something. I will come, I will read the Bible, I will pray with them, I will give them encouragement, and I will go. I did it. There was a woman she wasn't in hospital, she wasn't married too, but she was very sick. She had brothers and sisters. So, as a legionary at that time, we used to go and fetch water for her. She wasn't cooking, so you used to buy the food that she would eat, beverages, and every other thing that she would take. Because as of that time, she couldn't walk. She was deeply sick and old. Now, at a point, even some of my friends and some of the members of Visionary that used to follow me, they stopped following me because when you enter that room, the stench of the woman's stool, 1 week stool, the stench of it alone will knock you off. It can affect your mental health. If you understand what I'm talking about. So that's the kind of experience. So at a point, all the people that used to follow me stopped following me. I started doing it all alone. Now, according to the legionary book, I'm trying to bring something to I want to clarify something to us. According to the legionary handbook, we are not supposed to spend our money. We are supposed to go and help them, but they have to bring their money. For example, if we should buy food for them for the market, they should give us the money that we should buy, we use and buy food for them. Because even as of that time, we are small. So of course, we are not expected to have money. Even if we have money, we are not expected to use our money. That was the rule. But I had to break the rule. How? Even this particular woman I'm talking about, the brother, at first, whenever I go to the brother's house, he will give me money to go and buy all the things she needed, the tissue, the bags of pure water that she's gonna drink, some food that she's gonna eat, the beverages she's gonna drink, and all that. At a point, the man became so should I be repulsive. If we call him on phone, he will tell us that he's not around. Even if we insist, because I know some cases that I'll see his car, I'll be like, he's around, let's try. The wife will chase us out. It got to a point where I started using the little money I was saving to buy stuff for the woman. Now, let me give you the shocking news. My first year, I did it at home. I didn't live whether in the campus or off campus. I stayed, I was coming from home, that's from my parents' house. And I had a chemist shop, one small chemist shop I was using to manage my life. Now, in second year, when we passed the first year, because I studied a medical course, we had to move to another campus where they have medical campus after first year. So that place, we must live in campus because it's very far from home. And for us to be able to condition ourselves within the school environment, do everything that we need to do as students and pass well, we needed to move to the campus. So I passed just like others. Now, but it was difficult for me to move like others because I know that I was the only one helping this woman. But regardless, I still had to leave. So I called other legionaries from other churches, nearby churches, and told them that there is a woman I'm taking care of. And this woman is very old. Nobody takes care of this woman. If I don't go, she's going to die for sure. That's why I am handing this woman over officially to you people to take care of her. That she is not having anybody. In fact, even within my own church, they don't go again. They're tired of seeing the stench, everything, all the smelly things, and the room is scattered, everything. They don't want to see it again. They don't come again. If you people don't go to see this woman and visit her every week, she might not survive. That was what I believed. So I went and told them. I spread it. Then immediately I moved. Someone has the mic on. Immediately, immediately I moved from that my village to the medical school for my second year. Just a week after, I heard that the woman had died. That was how she died. I had to come back for her burial and everything. So I didn't know that my effort was the only thing keeping her in the world until I left. That is the same way you don't know if that good thing you're doing, whether in your workplace, whether at home, whether in the society, in the church, is the only thing keeping one person that you may not even know alive or keeping them in common. So I enjoin you today, I encourage you today that let this message inspire you to do more. Let this message make you to not get discouraged because we are many that started, but so many people got discouraged along the line. They gave up. Yes. And there's something that the woman said when I was leaving. The last day I was staying in the village before leaving, I went to tell her, Mama, I'm going, no, I'm going. I'm supposed to be coming back after every semester to see you. I believe God is going to be with you. Do you know what the woman told me? She said, you are not going to only graduate, you are going to graduate the best. And I must tell you that I graduated the best in my class after the whole process. So you don't know where your reward will come from. You don't know. Even if you don't get your reward, I feel fulfilled when I do good things. I believe you also feel because I don't know what this life is all about if we are not doing good. We are all gonna die someday. We're not gonna live forever. Good things we do that will make us remember. Even if we are not remembered at the end of the day, let us be happy for the fact that we are able to touch life positively. So this is actually where I'm gonna stop this evening. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
All right. Yes. Thank you, Clusterian Cyprian Nwako. Thank you, sir. He had to pull over, just to make everything go or run smoothly. God bless you, sir. And despite the noise, you had to roll up, and so that everything can run smoothly. Thank you. Safe trip. All right. Safe trip back home. And right about now, I'll be bringing forward our very own Dr. Carrie. All right. For 10-15 minutes. And he's so humble. As soon as he entered the room, or as soon as he joined us, he just sent a message that he's sorry for coming late. You understand? That's how humble he is, and we quite appreciate that, sir. You're welcome. We know you're a very busy person, so over to you, Dr. Carey. It is Genuine Love Revolution meeting. It's about love. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Chris, thank you. Welcome. Hello to all global clusterians and all our friends who are here today. I have two very important things that I think that'll be most useful and helpful to you, especially if you're a parent or a teacher, educator, community leader, or generally just anybody dealing with young people. I think this is going to be really helpful and valuable to you. So let me tell you two things today that are going to improve your life. All right. So number one, how do you deal with electronics? So this is extremely interesting because now more than ever, our young people are playing video games for many, many, many hours. In fact, what happens is you cannot stop playing once you start because there's levels. So you keep getting challenged and you got to win that level and get to the next level and you got to win that level and you want to beat the whole game. And what happens is it's so challenging and interesting that our young people are on there for many, many, many hours. And what happens is you lose track of time. You lose how much time you're on there. You totally forget about time. And it could be, and you've experienced this, where you're doing something you love and time goes by really, really fast. So fast you don't even realize what time it is. Well, that's what happens with video games. Time goes by super fast and you're on there for, it feels like minutes and it's hours. Now, it's interesting, it's challenging, it challenges the young people and they need a challenge. Why do you think there's so much there? It's entertaining and it's challenging. You ask any young person why they play video games for so long, is because it's interesting and it's entertaining and it's challenging. And that's something that young people really, really need, is to be challenged. Sitting in a classroom can be very boring and not challenging at all, especially the way education teaches. It's very boring and uninteresting in many situations because I've been to many schools around the world, from Brazil to Haiti, Dominican Republic, Nigeria. I've been to so many schools. Look at those students, they're bored. They're bored because education is not interactive. They're not really learning, they're memorizing. And when you have a classroom of 40 or 50 or 100 students, it's really difficult for the teacher to have games and make the subject more interesting, like mathematics or biology, make it interesting and interactive. But see, learning is best done when somebody is interacting. So why do they play video games for so long? Because it challenges them. It's interesting, but it's also harmful. If you play too long, it's harmful. I have experienced this with my own family. If they play for too many hours, honestly, they go out of touch with reality. They go out of the real world and go into another universe, another world, and they are no longer conscious of their present environment. I've seen this happen with so many people. They lose their awareness and participation. All they want to do is play video games. They don't want to talk to anybody. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. And it's a real problem. Now you add to video games videos, shorts. Those are short videos on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. Videos, videos, videos. Did you know that 4 billion people watch videos every week? Videos and streaming on the internet every week. Most of the world, our young people, are trapped into the virtual world of the internet and video games. Those two things, you have to be able to deal with that, or you will lose your young people and their interest in life and developing their skills. You want to play music, you want to be a carpenter, you want to be a pilot, you want to be a doctor. You can't do that by playing video games and watching videos for 4 or 5 hours a day. You cannot become professional. And I promise you, nobody will ever pay the students to watch videos or play video games. They will never have a career. They will never be successful in life if that's all they do. Now, I know one boy who was playing for 5 hours a day and he couldn't get a job. Nobody would take him because he had no skill. He was out of touch with reality. He was not a good communicator. He couldn't even talk to his family, and he would just stay in his room all day long. I know so many kids like this that have so much potential, but they got sucked into video games, playing with their friends, watching videos so long that they didn't know how to do anything. They couldn't deal with the outside world. They just stayed in their room on the computer. Not good. You have to limit the use of internet. You have to limit the use with your children of watching videos. I started watching videos on Facebook and I'd lose track of time. They're so interesting. 2 hours would go by in a minute. You get sucked into that virtual world of videos and how interesting it is. But the problem with that is the kids come to school tired. 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep. That's the average. That's not enough sleep. You're too tired to study. You're too tired to pay attention. You can't learn. And you can't learn. You can't become professional. And we don't know how to deal with it. Parents, teachers, we don't know what to do. They yell at their kids. They take their computers away. And that it's not working with your students and your teenagers' intelligence. You have to get them to look at it, to see what's happening. You have to really have good communication with them to understand what's happening, not just yell at them or beat them with the stick because you don't like it. It takes communication to bring about understanding. It takes good communication, and you have to keep communicating, not with negative emotions, anger, not giving up, but continue to communicate till it's understood that that child is ruining their life by playing video games and watching videos for 4 or 5 hours and never becoming professional. And this is a real problem internationally. You know it, I know it. Everybody's got an iPhone. I don't know, 2 billion kids have iPhones, something like that. Everybody's got a phone. Everybody can get on the internet. Even if you're poor, you can still get on the internet. Even if you don't have money, you can friends, so many ways. Listen, it's something to do something about. This is a problem. And if we don't deal with our young people in a good way to get them to understand that it's not good for them and get their cooperation, encourage the young people to cooperate, look at their future. You're 14 years old, 15 years old, 16 years old, playing video games, watching videos, and going to parties. What? There's no success in that. There's no success for you. You're going to be unhappy later because you won't be able to make any money. And you won't be able to be successful. You will have no pride, no profession, no skill. And that's not what we want for our future generation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new day. We cannot sit around and hope somebody can fix the problem because they won't. It's us. Let's do more of these workshops and webinars. Difference. I am sorry to say I will express that to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to our next session. I'm sorry it was so short today. I'm dealing with a lot of work and so forth, but I am very appreciative that I can speak with you. I'm very appreciative that you are here. Have an awesome, awesome Wednesday.
Okay, Ambassador Bosede, kindly unmute and talk, ma'am, and speak to us. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good evening, everybody on call this evening. Good evening to Dr. Okari. Thank you for that submission. Thank you for always opening our eyes to what we need to know, especially those of us that are instructors. Thank you, Cipra Nwako, for the genuine love, short but uh, loaded. Thank you for what you do. Cluster Fares, thank you for all you do, Master Genie, and everyone on call this evening. To our CEO, Ambassador Adekunle Badmus, wherever he is, I greet you, sir. Okay, my name is Ambassador Abosedeko. I'm the 001 Real Estate Cluster of the Global Clusters. I'm here this evening also to speak on the topic Genuine Love Revolution. I hope everybody can hear me, please. Cluster Faris, I hope everyone can hear me, please.
Yes, ma, we can
Okay,
hear you,
I
ma.
guess I'm being heard anyway. Okay, talking about the genuine love, spokesperson talked to us about doing what we do. How did he put it? As something to remember later. Doing what we do, you know, as a memorial. Okay, it is very important for us to, wherever we find ourselves, to touch the lives of people. He told us about how he grew up, especially going to Atakara. I think I should know about that because I grew up in Delta. I know that's what we call jealousy in Yoruba. They call it Otakara, and what they gathered as lesson these days now. So he spoke to us that despite the beginning, he was still among the best. And now getting to the fact that even in his vicinity, he had to take care of an Oduma. And one thing touched my heart. He said immediately he had to go compulsorily to another campus to further his education as requested by the school authority. Just a week after he left, even though he handed that Oduma to some people, but just a week after he left, the old woman passed away. Meaning, if he had been on ground still, the old woman might still tarry long. But the ones he has done, everyone has recorded it. And he said the old woman told him, you will graduate, not just graduating, but as the best. And he actually graduated as the best in his department. And today we are benefiting from that goodness that he carried out, that act of goodness. What am I saying? All of us, clusterians, non-clusterians, professionals, entrepreneurs, technocrats, we are all called to touch the life of somebody. Yorùbá ní ẹnikẹ́ni tí ìwọ bá nípa láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún o, òun náà lẹ́nìkejì rẹ̀, tọ́jú rẹ̀. So what I'm trying to say is that we should emulate the goodness that Cipra did. Wherever we find ourselves, let that genuine love, agape love, let it flow. Although the world we find ourselves today, sometimes when you even say you want to help people, people even some of us end up, getting insult, getting blamed, getting, treated so badly. Sometimes you almost want to say, I won't do that again. But then I think it's a touch to humanity. I think it's an art of, touching humanity. Keep doing it, whichever way you can do it. And like I said yesterday, let it start from your home. Let your immediate family experience the genuine love. Let your workers experience the genuine love. Don't be a fire to your workers. Everyone around you that works for you, let them experience the genuine love. Occasionally, talk to them, gather them, treat them to a nice time, take them out to places where they've never been. recreational centers, cinemas. Make them happy. Let them feel sense of belonging. It's not about giving money all the time. There are some things you can do to appreciate people, especially those working with you, appreciating them, to make sure that it's not about treating somebody alone, it's not about giving somebody food or money, but about treating them to a time that they will appreciate forever. What Siprawa did, lingered on forever. You can do something to people around you, those working for you, those in your team, like that, in your church, in your mosque, in your area, in your neighborhood, in your environment, in your family. You can touch people's lives. So like I said yesterday, I said it's not just about what did we do yesterday? It's not just about giving money. You can show that genuine love through your action. Some people around you, you see them smile, but deep down in them, they are going through pain, marital pain, financial pain, health wise, they are going through some pain, business crumbling. They just smile to make it look like all is well so that people won't understand. But if you go deep down, you understand that they are going through a lot. They are going through a lot. And that, if you can come in at that particular time to understand what they are going through and genuinely talk to them, genuinely talk to them, genuinely counsel them, genuinely, make sure that they are well catered for, genuinely, giving them hope, it will be okay for them. Some people just need someone to console them. Some people just need someone to guide them, to tell them something. Some people just need someone to just tell them that there is hope in Christ. Some people just need someone to tell them that don't worry, tomorrow you are still waking up and you are still living. And this mountain before you will crumble. Some people just need someone to tell them that, look, even though you have not eaten, I have little we can share. This money we can share. So just you have to be sensitive to the people around you, because God has positioned you in this global cluster to go through this training so that you can be a leader, so that you can be a gem, so that you can be a robust leader that can reshape in the lives of people. So just like Dr. Karen does, he does his own part, he teaches us. You can do something. What you are learning here, you can also teach others. You can gather people, you can teach them so that they too can touch lives. It doesn't matter whether you are being rewarded or not, but one day I know you can be rewarded, or your children. There is no good you do that your children will not benefit. There's no good you do that your life will not benefit. One day it will work for you. One day it will make way for you. So the truth of the matter is that we are being created to touch humanity. The essence of living is to worship God, and also to touch the creatures that God, the beings that God created. It's not, it's if you are alive and your life is not making impact, your life is not reshaping somebody's life. There are some wicked boss that even when they see that they are subordinate, when they see that their staff are not doing well, even maritally, even financially, they will still want to load that person with work. Someone that did not eat in the morning, somebody that is not having a dime in the pocket, somebody that is coming from a home where your husband patterns are, where the wives, abuses hell of him every day, no joy, no love, or someone that is just, the life is crumbling, and the person now comes to work and you load the person with all sort of works. Even when the person tells you, please sir, let me just go, I need to go and relax, you say, no, 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 you must still close the right time. Tomorrow you are still coming for overtime, this and that. Even when he or she gets home, you are still sending messages. Make sure you type this, make sure you type that. That is pure wickedness. That is pure wickedness. We should have empathy. We should be able to touch the lives of people. We should put ourselves in the shoe of others. Merely looking at somebody, you can know what the person is going through. Let us call a spade a spade. Merely looking at somebody, getting close, you can actually say what the person is going through. Your life will not be complete without touching someone. Your life will not be complete without helping somebody. Even though you help, it seems it's not recognized. Don't worry. A day is coming. If you are not rewarded, your children will definitely benefit. So let us see what we can do to help. Let us see what we can do to lift others. Genuine love comes in different ways. you can support somebody's vision, you can support somebody's ambition. Like Ambassador Adekunle Badmus has brought up a vision, a project, the global clusters. He has put people together that, okay, opportunities can come here and here, you tap into it and make something out of it. Nobody is allowed to be poor, nobody is allowed to beg, nobody is allowed to ask for urgent 2K. We all should be able to feed ourselves and make ourselves happy from what we can do here. So it might not be everywhere to do it. Of course, it cannot be everywhere. It's a project that wọ́n ní tí ìpè bá dáhùn, ìpè gan á ju onípè lọ, ògo á ju ológo lọ. When as the global cluster is expanding every day, migrating to spark hubs, we need to also support it to bring people to come and register. After all, it's free. Let the people, because now I will explain to you briefly the number of spark hubs we have, the number of people we have in the spark hubs means something to us. It's significant to the global cluster's existence. It means something to us. The number we have can actually pave way for many investors to come and sponsor many people inside the spark hub to benefit courses, training, scholarships, bursaries, like that. Do you understand? And it might get to a level where some people will be singled out for abroad trip or study abroad, where some people will be singled out for accommodation benefit. We have big wigs like the Agri Investments Limited. These people are potential investors. They can come later and say, okay, let us look at this category of people. We want to sponsor them. But the number must encourage them, because they want to support the hands of the visionaire. They want to support the hand of the visionaire. However, they want to see what he is doing. And that is why you and I are very important to lift up the hand of his Moses, so that this vision can, as it's expanded, this vision can go to every nook and cranny of the world. And then, of course, when someone plants a tree in the village, he plants that tree, but he does not know that it's not the only one that benefits from that tree. If it's a cashew tree, a mango tree, or any kind of tree, as time goes on, that tree becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And in years to come, even children unborn then when the tree was planted, everyone in the village will come under the tree and get shade. And after some time, someone like that, the whole village came under the tree for meeting, for village meeting, and it shaded them. And somebody planted that. But today, it's not the only person benefiting. That is just the global clusters, the spark hubs for you. And all the projects, the agri and real estate projects, the ARE project is for everybody. We are all under the shade of the global clusters. So we have to support so that this tree will grow, the trees of the ARE will grow, the global spark hubs will grow, the global clusters will grow. Everything we are doing will grow. We will benefit. Of course, our children too will connect very soon to benefit, our great grandchildren. So let us join. Genuine love can be in that way. It's not only giving money. Genuine love can be supporting somebody. Genuine love can be looking at the emotional stage of a person and coming in to support the person with good word, with words of encouragement, with Bible quotations, with whichever religion you are, to support the person so that the person can have reason to live again. This Christmas, New Year period, some people might not be able to feed. Some people might not even have money in their pocket, but yet they still be smiling. Why in the area you live, you have the opportunity to cook and give people, the less privileged, the vulnerables. Why don't you give them? Why don't you do something? Clothes that you are not using again. Why don't you package it, take it to church or to the less privileged or the motherless people's home, give it to them. It's all about touching lives. It's all about doing something to make somebody smile. And heaven will not forget you. Humanity will pay you back. I know for sure. There is nothing you do that God does not see. God sees you. Okay, it's not until we are in the church, it's not that we are pastors or imam that we can touch lives. As you are, you can do something. So let us see who we can lift up. Let us see who we can speak to reshape their lives. Let us see somebody we can bring out to stand still. Let's see somebody we can support, the little vision, the widow that is selling, that is doing soap, liquid soap to survive, but does not have enough money to expand it. And you are very rich. With just 200,000 to that widow, that 100,000, that widow will become big. Why don't you do it? With just 100,000, someone that is selling orange, if you support that person, can become big. God will definitely reward you. Let us try wherever we find ourselves in our world. Are you in Nigeria? Are you in Africa? You are in United States of America? Everywhere. Just try to do something to benefit mankind, and mankind will never forget. Thank you very much, Crosster and Fares, for the opportunity. I am Ambassador Abosedeko, 001 Real Estate Cluster of the Global Cluster. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Okay, I don't know if Cluster Fares is still there. Program is meant to end by 6 o'clock. Master Genie, if you are there, I think we should be rounding up now, but I need the host to come and round up. We stand for the global clusters. We stand for and the global clusters have given birth to the global sparkobas, where we have been migrating to. Please tell someone to join. It doesn't require any payment. Get it, just like what we are enjoying today now, where we train ourselves, where we are being trained by professionals, by successful businessmen, by humanitarians. We are being trained every day. On Mondays we have the mind surgeries. Tuesdays like this we have the genuine love, and we have other revolutions that we do. And what we are just contributing our own quota, to touch mankind. So you too can contribute your quota. Who are we? We are a consortium of professionals or oncoming professionals, technocrats or upcoming technocrats, entrepreneurs or upcoming entrepreneurs. We believe that the connection you have now is what determines the height you get to in life. Whom you are connected to determines, the level you get to in life. To the training you are exposed to determines the knowledge you display in life. We believe in accurate knowledge. We believe in accurate information. We believe in accurate connection. Accurate connection because to whom you are connected to determines the height you get in life. Accurate information because the information you get takes you far into the world of success. And accurate instructions for you to scale up in life, for you to amount to what you are determined to become in life. You need instructions, you need accurate information, and you need accurate knowledge. Accurate connections is very important for you to move up in life. So it's been genuine love today. What are you waiting for? Sign up into the global spark ups, bringing people to join us. God bless you as you do that. And we shall be meeting same time, 5 p.m. tomorrow, to have another wonderful brainstorming session with our spokesperson, and many of us shall be on the call. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak to Dr. Kari. We say thank you, sir, for all you do. To Ambassador Adekunle Badmus, we say thank you. To Master Genie, we say thank you. To Fares, thank you. Our spokesperson for today, Siprawa Call, we appreciate you. Thank you all for all you do, and we pray we shall meet again. And this is wishing everybody a Merry Christmas in advance and a Happy New Year 2026 in advance. And this shall be our best year by God's grace. Thank you all. God bless you for the opportunity.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for today.